This was a COVID thing. Okay, let's try that again. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the bar admission ceremony for my and John McBain's former law clerk, Jen Simcoe. It is truly a privilege and a pleasure to preside over this bar ceremony today. So I guess the first thing we ought to do is ask who is moving her admission.
I am, Your Honor. Bruce Innocentio.
Are you an attorney in good standing in this county?
I am.
Very good.
I hope so.
Proceed with your motion, please.
Thank you. Judge, as the court is aware, Mrs. Simcoe now, excuse me, is a tremendous asset to the community. I know that she'll be a fine lawyer. She's been working with us since January, since we were privileged to steal her from this courtroom.
So noted.
I understand.
Exception noted as
Yeah,
well.
I understand. You're not happy with us about that, but she's done a great job for us so far. And importantly, she is a great fit at our firm. And that's really, really important for us, is to have a strong personality, but someone that we can trust, someone with high integrity, and someone that is ridiculously smart. And Jen has all those qualities. And so it is our honor to jointly move for admission. And so on behalf of my partner, Christina Fisk, and me, and our entire firm, we welcome Jen to the bar. And we'd like the court to proceed further to admit Jen immediately so that I can have her assist me in a trial next week. Thank you, Judge.
So before I administer the oath, I'm going to invite Judge McBain to make some comments.
Well, John, I want to say it's a great day to go ahead and swear you in as a new lawyer. You know, I swear to God, you were about that tall when your dad, who was working for our facilities and kind of took care of everything in the courthouse, started lobbying me about, you gotta hire my daughter when she gets in law school. I get, yep, Dave, you get this construction project done for me. But there was a little quid pro quo, but I appreciate it. But and I was always, because he was always keeping me updated on everything with your undergrad degree and law school, and then I got an opportunity to draft a 6'11", court officer, and so I knew Judge LaFlamme had an opening too. So I mean, you weren't with me near as long as we were with Judge LaFlamme, but it was a pleasure to have you as a law clerk, to work with you, and even times when Judge LaFlamme wasn't in session, you were there. And I think you're going to be a wonderful contribution to the Jackson County Bar. And it's always nice to see some homegrown lawyers that decide that they want to stay in the community. And in fact, I was looking at the last bar composite, and it's a lot smaller than they used to be, like back in 1980 and 1990. So it's going to be just a pleasure to have you in, Judge LaFlamme.
So before I administer the oath, I have a few comments I'd like to make. First of all, from a person from whom justice is paramount, and that would be God. So this is what he has to say about justice. In Deuteronomy, he says, "Cursed be anyone who perverts the justice due to the sojourner, the fatherless, and the widow." In Psalms, he says, "Blessed are those who observe justice, who do righteousness at all times." And in Proverbs, a few places, "To do righteousness and justice is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. When justice is done, it is a joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers. It is not good to be partial to the wicked or to deprive the righteous of justice." In Isaiah, he says, "Learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, plead the widow's cause." In Jeremiah, "Thus says the Lord, do justice and righteousness, and deliver from the hand of the oppressor him who has been robbed. And do no wrong or violence to the resident alien, the fatherless, and the widow, nor shed innocent blood in this place." In Hosea, "Hold fast to love and justice, and wait continually for your God." And in Amos, "But let justice roll down like waters, and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream." Lawyers are often the subject of some very unfunny jokes. But in fact, the law is a noble profession. And it truly is a pleasure to be able to welcome you into the bar today. William Jennings Bryan said, next to the ministry, I know of no more noble profession than the law. The object aimed at is justice, equal and exact. And if it does not reach that end at once, it is because the stream is diverted by selfishness or checked by ignorance. Its principles ennoble and its practice elevates. Abraham Lincoln said, no client ever had money enough to bribe my conscience or to stop its utterance against wrong and oppression. My conscience is my own, my creator's, not man's. I shall never sink the rights of mankind to the malice, wrong, or avarice of another's wishes, though those wishes come to me in the relation of client and attorney. And Martin Luther King Jr. stated, a man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. So most of you know Jen, not as Simcoe, but Holobowitz, but I'm glad it's much easier to say Simcoe and get it right. It truly was a joy to have you here. I will forgive Bruce someday for stealing you away, but I'm truly glad for you that you got such a great opportunity.
Is
with such
Bruce
a good
really the
offer.
last of his calendar call every time he gets here? We've been talking about that.
It truly is a pleasure and a privilege for me to administer the oath of admission today. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Michigan.
I will maintain the respect due to courts of justice and judicial officers.
I will maintain the respect due to courts of justice and judicial officers.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit or proceeding which shall appear to me to be unjust, nor any defense except such as I believe to be honestly debatable under the law of the land.
I will not counsel or maintain any suit or proceeding which shall appear to me to be unjust, nor any defense except such as I believe to be honestly debatable under the law of the land.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining the causes confided to me such means only as are consistent with truth and honor, and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement of fact or law.
I will employ for the purpose of maintaining the causes confided to me such means only as are consistent with truth and honor, and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury by any artifice or false statement of fact or law.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve inviolate the secrets of my client, and will accept no compensation in connection with my client's business except with my client's knowledge and approval.
I will maintain the confidence and preserve inviolate the secrets of my client, and will accept no compensation in connection with my client's business except with my client's knowledge and approval.
I will abstain from all offensive personality and advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation of a party or witness unless required by the justice of the cause with which I am charged.
I will abstain from all offensive personality and advance no fact prejudicial to the honor or reputation of a party or witness unless required by the justice of the cause with which I am charged.
I will never reject from any consideration personal to myself the cause of the defenseless or oppressed, or delay any cause for lucre or malice.
I will never reject from any consideration personal to myself the cause of the defenseless or oppressed, or delay any cause for lucre or malice.
I will, in all other respects, conduct myself personally and professionally in conformity with the high standards of conduct imposed on members of the bar as conditions for the privilege to practice law in this state.
I will, in all other respects, conduct myself personally and professionally in conformity with the high standards of conduct imposed on members of the bar as conditions for the privilege to practice law in this state.
Jennifer Simcoe, it is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of myself and Judge McBain to welcome you to the State Bar of Michigan.
And did you have any family, friends, creditors that you wanted to say anything to?
Creditors. I don't think so, unless my dad would want to say something. No, we're good there.
Rarely at a loss for
You know,
words.
she usually likes to have the final word, so I just wanted to make sure.
We're all very proud of you, Jen, and just really thankful for you guys, what you did to help her. And Bruce, Kristen, we appreciate everything, and we just feel very blessed.
Anyone else?
Sean, Carol, quiet back there. It's hard to do.
You take some pictures.
Yeah, are we done?
We're done.
You should- So the pictures.
Pictures.
So much, thank you.
I have to ask you for a favor though, your husband.
Oh my, you're looking for a plumber? I would love that.
Stop it.
I thought maybe your mom.
That'd be wonderful.
I see the twins are looking good.
I know. About time.